we are off to Cleethorpes. We've not been for 4 or 5 years and we're really looking forward to a visit. We're setting off around 9 o'clock. We've had an early breakfast and we've got Izzy all ready and raring to go. So hopefully it won't be too warm for her this morning and we can all enjoy a really pleasant couple of hours by the seaside. So we've arrived in Cleethorpes and we've been lucky enough to park on the Marine Walk car park, which is a free car park. Probably only holds about 20 cars, but it saves you a little bit of parking if you can get on here. So we're just going to have a stroll into Cleethorpes from the car park. I think from memory it probably takes about 10 or 15 minutes for a gentle stroll. This footpath actually follows the line of the light railway. They've got a really great little light railway steam train here. You can catch that from this end of town. It takes you straight up into Cleethorpes, then you can catch it back. We've never actually done it, but we've seen it quite a few times, so I will try and get some pictures. The last time we came here we found a little chippy right opposite the promenade, and it was quite funny because the lady was quite proud of the fact that she double fried her chips. Yeah, they were actually quite good. We've got Izzy with us today. There's never anywhere we go for a walk that we don't usually take her. Just to let you know, dogs aren't actually allowed on the beach at Cleethorpes during the summer months. There's a little bit towards the leisure centre where you can take them on and walk them around a little bit. And obviously the area we're walking in now, which leads from the car park, that accesses the beach at the very far end and you can walk them down there too. There is a pay and display car park right in the town centre. It's next to the leisure centre just here, and it's £3 for 2 hours. So if you just want to have a walk up and down the prom and maybe get a bite to eat, it could be long enough for you. As I said, we've opted for the free car park further out of town because we intend to spend just a little bit longer. There's an absolutely lovely stretch of clean, fine sand just here. So if you wanted to bring the kids and spend a little bit of time on the beach, it looks a really nice beach to do that. If you need to spend a penny, there are some free public loos located just near the leisure centre. They're actually at the beginning of the promenade, the long walk into town. It's a really pleasant stretch to walk along. Again, if you are a little bit infirm or not up to doing a big walk, it's lovely and flat. It's just after 10 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the tide's still pretty well in. I'm not sure what the tidal patterns are here, but it's quite nice to see it close in, so if you wanted to dip your toes in the water. If you fancy more than just a day visit to Cleethorpes, you've noticed there's quite a few traditional B&Bs along the promenade. Some of them look really quite smart, so I guess it perhaps fall into the boutique B&B category, but you'd obviously need to check those out for yourself. For anyone that struggles with the walking, there are a few spaces right on the seafront. There are pay and display machines for that, and they're really, really handy for the ice cream parlours and the cafes. So if you don't want to walk, but you just want to soak up a little bit of the English seaside, this parking could be perfect for you. So if anybody that likes crazy golf, there is a cute little crazy golf course right opposite the pier. I mean, who doesn't love crazy golf? So the last time we were here, we did stop and we had an ice cream at the place you can see behind me. It's called Johnny Donuts. I think we've probably had a donut as well. Knowing us, we will have done. So that's a really handy one if you want somewhere that's smack bang in the middle of the promenade. Right opposite the pier, you'll start to notice the arcades and the fast food places. So if anybody likes the 2p machines or they want to have a go on a one-arm bandit, this is the place for you. The pier is actually a fish and chip restaurant called Popper's. Obviously it's not open at the moment, but I would imagine it's a great place to sit and have a traditional seaside fish and chips. I'll see if I can get a bit closer if there's a menu in the window. If you like traditional seaside rock and fudge, there's actually a really great rock and fudge outlet. It's just opposite the wheel at the far end of the town. We just had a little pit stop at one of the promenade cafes. We had 2 lattes and a few biscuits just to give us a sugar boost. Probably not the best latte we've ever had, but it was rubbish. But it was quite nice to sit down and just watch the world go by for 10 minutes. As Ant says, it was just a strong coffee. They had an armed forces weekend in Cleethorpes last weekend. I understand there was probably over 100,000 people visited the town that weekend. There was lots of military personnel, military vehicles and fly pasts. So I think that's probably a weekend to put in your diary if you like that kind of thing. So this is the actual light railway that you can get on. It takes you into town and back down to the car parks. Apparently it's the #1 tourist attraction in the area, we've just been reading. Yeah, never actually been on it. I'm not sure if you can take the dog on or not, but I think it's something we might just investigate. It could be a bit of fun. Probably worth mentioning that down by the boating lake there is a large cinema and bowling alley, so if you have come for the day and the weather's not so good, you can always take in a movie and have a game of 10-pin bowls. There's the usual fast food outlets down this end as well, McDonald's and KFC, so if you're craving a dirty burger you can get one down here. We've had an absolutely lovely couple of hours in Cleethorpes. We've wandered around in the sunshine, we've soaked up a few of the views, we've looked at the arcades and the pier, we've had a latte and a few biscuits, and it's been absolutely lovely. Really nice way to spend a couple of hours. We've not spent a lot of money at all either. It was a free car park to start with, and other than that, yeah, we've just enjoyed the place. So we thoroughly recommend it. Next time you're in the area, I'd certainly pay to visit.